Hey guys, it's Leslie with Phat Cat Flossing, back for episode, I think this is 57, 56, 57, I don't know. I'm back again. It's another, whoops, sorry, it's Kitty jumping on the table. It's another Friday here in Northwest Arkansas. It's a gloomy gray day today, so I apologize in advance for the light. But I'm glad you guys came back to visit again. Today is Friday, October 19th. I can't believe October is almost gone already. It seems like, you know, it was summer a minute ago. I tell you what, time just flies, man. It just flies. Thank you all so much for coming back to visit with me again. Excuse me. It's been another busy week. I don't know what I spend my time doing, but I always seem to be in the middle of doing something. I just got home from taking kittens to the vet. I took 6 kittens for rabies shots, because they always get at least 2 of their FVRCP, which are the routine kitten shots, and their rabies shots before they leave me. So I hauled 6 kittens to the vet, plus 1 for a health certificate, so a total of 7 kittens. Puffy's flying out to Idaho next week, so I'll have a trip to Tulsa next Thursday or Friday. It escapes me which day now, but hopefully I'll have a chance to stop by the Silver Needle again. We'll see. And as soon as I do this video and get it started uploading, I have to clean house because we're having company this weekend. My husband's best friend, excuse me, Brian, is coming for the weekend. He and Steve are going to hang out and play some golf and some disc golf, and that'll be good for Steve. He doesn't get to see Brian very often. So, and I enjoy seeing him too. He's a great guy. His wife and the baby aren't coming this time. It's just going to be Brian. So it'll just be kind of a guy's weekend for them, which means hopefully I can hang out and stitch. 2 thumbs up, right? But speaking of Brian, if you follow me on Instagram, you've already seen this, but I finally FFO'd Fran and Frankie. I got their names, Brian and Jessica, and the date they got married, October 26, 2013. Put on there, and I got it stretched and pinned and framed, and it's an 8x10 frame with a 5x7 mat in it, and I think it came out pretty well. It's not exactly even margin wise top and bottom, but it's pretty close, and I think they will like it. I'm very, very happy with how it came out. Excuse me. The pattern is from Crafty Like a Fox on Etsy, and I will try to remember to link her Etsy store below. She's got lots of cute little patterns there. Excuse me, y'all. This frame is one that I thrifted, I think it was last week, and it was originally gold, and I painted it black because I thought that suited Frank and his wife better. And then I just bought the mat, a white mat at Hobby Lobby. And I think it came out great. On the back, I put, you know, happy anniversary and then what it was on there. So anyway, pretty happy with that. And I'm glad to be sending it home with them, so it'll be done and out of my hair, and I won't have to worry about doing something like breaking the glass or something again. And then while I was framing, I also got Woolemina. This is Woolemina from Plum Street Samplers, and I got her framed. This is another frame that I thrifted, and this one I got a while back, and it's got that, had that linen edging or mat, whatever you want to call it, linen inset on the frame on it. And the linen was just, for lack of a better word, dirty. And I tried staining it, and I actually dyed it with some Rit charcoal dye, and it came out and it matched the kind of charcoal color in the sheep here. And I liked the way that came out. But the frame was kind of icky. It was really dinged up, and it was a brown wood, and it just was not pretty at all. So I decided I was going to paint the frame. Well, here's the linen from here to here. And when I tried to paint this inner little wooden inset on the frame, I got paint all over the mat. So I just, you know, even though I had already dyed it, I went ahead and painted the linen, and I'm happy with how this came out. It's hanging in my hall bath, and I like it. I love it. The original mat, the reason I bought this frame was for that circular mat. And that original mat was kind of a dusty blue color, very 80s. And did not go with Woolemina at all. And I wanted to use the mat because that was why I bought the frame, was for the circular mat. So, I'm sorry y'all, I've got sinus issues. So I actually painted the mat, and several people asked me how I did that. And I meant to bring some of the craft paint in here, and I forgot. This is just craft paint from, I have some from Hobby Lobby and some from Joann's, and couldn't tell you which one this was. But what I did was squirt several different colors in a little paper bowl. I used pink, I think a barn red was one, and then a purple color, and just a smidge of yellow. And then I literally finger painted the mat to try to pull out most of the colors in the cross stitch. And I'm real happy with the way it came out. If I had to do it again, I would kind of not have such a dark area down here, but that's okay. There's some dark spots in the cross stitch too. So I'm real happy with the way that overall came out. And you know, 3-foot rule, it's great. So very happy with Woolemina. And that pattern is about to be on its way to Christy, who's trading me a little sheep virtue pattern for that. So this one is not completely done. I haven't closed up the back or anything, and you can see it's not straight in there because while I have pinned Sweetest Home, which is from Country Cottage Needleworks, I think. Anyway, I have pinned it, but it is not affixed in the frame. I've just stuck it in there to get a general idea of what it's going to look like. This is another one of those thrifted frames. It's currently, this mat was originally a kind of tannish brown color, which I was not a huge fan of. I didn't think it did anything to bring out the needlework. So I painted the mat again, and I just painted it white, and it actually probably needs another coat on it. So it's raining today, it's real damp. I may wait until it's not damp before I paint it, but I will probably put another coat on that. And then I'm trying to decide, am I gonna leave this frame gold? Am I gonna paint the frame? I don't know. I think a dark frame might look well, kind of, because there are little dark brown accents, the doors of the B-skeps, and then up here the corners of the border. So I don't know. Y'all let me know. Should I leave it gold or should I paint it kind of a dark brown color? Let me know what you think. And then hopefully I'll get that one buttoned up and done pretty quickly. But that was my finishing hoop-de-doo this week. Finishing is not my favorite thing to do. I love stitching. I'm a process stitcher, not really. I mean, I love the product. I love having something pretty to hang on my walls and being able to look at it and say, hey, I did that, and be proud of myself for it. But I love the process of stitching. Not crazy about the process of finishing. Not crazy. I hate kitting stuff up. I just don't like it at all. But, you know, got to do that stuff to enjoy the stitching, right? So, anyway. Oh, before I forget, I have a correction from last week. When I was talking about my project roll last week, I had a brain spell and said it was from Teresa, the Twisted Stitcher. Apparently I had Teresa Vanette, Kitten Stitcher, on my mind. That tutorial is from Vanna Pfeiffer, the Twisted Stitcher. And I did put the correct link in my show notes last week, but I just, you know, flubbed it up when I said it. So that project roll tutorial is from Vanna Pfeiffer, the Twisted Stitcher. So just wanted to correct that. Sorry, Vanna. I didn't mean to, just a brain spell. Not that Vanna Pfeiffer deigns to watch my videos, but hey, wanted to correct it. What else? I got a little bit of whip work done. That sounds important, doesn't it? Whip work. I worked a little on my whips. I got a very little bit of work done on Blackberry House from Plum Street Samplers. It's one of those I just kind of keep plugging away a little bit at a time. I say that, I ignored it for months, but I'm back to working on it a little bit now. And I finished boxing in the bottom around the letters. I got some more of this viney tree, whatever twiggy stuff is up here. And then I think I added I think I added that Quaker motif, although that may have been already there. And then I added a couple of leaves, although now I probably couldn't tell you which one. Maybe this one and this one. I don't know. I stitched some leaves. That's what I did. So it is coming along. I've got about, probably 30% left to do. And I love it. I really am hoping to keep plugging away at it and maybe get it done before the end of the year. We'll see. I wouldn't actually like put money on that, but that's what I hope. And then again, I had the obligatory little bit of progress on 'Tis the Season from Blackbird Designs, the cardinal salve that everybody's been doing, and I think just about everybody but me is done. But I got a little bit of progress on my bird. Come here, bird. And this is on a 36 count. It's kind of a pewter gray color. I can't remember the name of it. Maybe I wrote it down. Probably not. It's on vintage tarnished silver from Lakeside Linens. So I think I almost have that red filled in on the bird within striking distance, because good Lord, that's, again, like I said last week, the gift that keeps on giving. That red just keeps going. But I'm getting there. I'm getting there. And I started on the white on the Quaker motifs snowflakes. I am using 2 strands. Y'all know I'm not a fan of 2 strands, but I wanted it to show up. I wanted the white to pop on this fabric, and I'm happy with how they look. So, again, I think I'm getting within striking distance on this one. I've got a lot left to do, but it is progress, and I will have it done. Don't hold me to that. I plan to have it done by the 1st of December. We'll see. We'll see, because November is going to be a really busy month, so we'll see. I worked for probably not enough to make it worthwhile to show this. This is Honeybee Hill from Blackbird Designs. And I love that pattern, just love it. And what I worked on is, if you see this bee skep here, now pay attention to that bee skep, light colored bee skep, right? Here's my bee skep. Nope, my bee skep is not a light color. So I got that much done, and then I just got disgusted and decided I didn't like the color. It is the called for color. It is Wheat Gills from Gast, but I don't like it. So I think I'm going to take it out and redo it. These are the other 2 colors that are supposed to be contrasting in the DMC. I don't know if you can tell, but there's virtually no difference. So I'm going to probably pull out that bee skep and find a lighter color and redo it. And again, this was a mania start for me, so I pulled all these threads before I had my epiphany about, you know, check the colors of the fancy floss. You'd think at my age I would know to do that, but not so much. But I'm probably gonna, you know, I'm not crazy about it, and I'm probably gonna pull out that little bit, you know, hours worth of work on that bee skep and redo it, because I don't like it. I want it to be that pretty light golden yellow color and not the more brown color that I've got. So again, lesson learned. I just didn't learn it quite soon enough. And then, oh, I forgot one I wanted to show y'all. There it is. Sorry. This was another mania start. This is, the pattern is Father Yule from Shepherd's Bush, and I'm doing Santa and the sheep up here. It's really a cute little pattern. And I had started this for Mania, and I stitched on it one day for Mania, and then didn't look at it again until yesterday. And all I had done was this staff here and just the outline of the sleeve. So last night I got all of those little picky floral motifs done in his bag and sleeve and his robe, and kind of started on his hat. This has a couple of different Krynics in it. There's this rose pink color, not the call for, but what I had, and then this dark evergreeny color, also not the call for, but what I had. The pink is number 4 braid, and it's the right size to be stitching on a 32 count. And this is, give me the line again. This is 32 count fresco by Picture This Plus. It's pretty fabric. I've got another piece of fresco that looks, I think, a lot pinker than this one. This one is kind of a grayish color. But the green Krynic is number 8 braid. Not the right size to be stitching on 32 count fabric with. But it's what I had. It's what I used. And it's gonna be okay. So anyway, I did make progress on Father Yule. Pretty happy with what I got done on him last night. Because before it was just, you know, a black stripe. Now, these are words that I never thought would come out of my mouth. But I had 2 new starts this week. Not those words. I'll get to those words in a minute. And one of my 2 new starts was Anatomy of a Pew from Unconventional Xstitch on Etsy. I'm doing this for my father-in-law for Christmas, and if it weren't for Dad, I would just say, you know, screw it and move on. Because I decided, like the idiot I am, that I was going to do it in sparkly metallics, because the casing for a bullet is brass, so there's a brass color casing. The primer is silver. There's a silver primer. And then I'm just going to use a red metallic for the powder, and then a dull gray color, pewter color, for the actual lead of the bullet itself. Here's the words I never thought would come out of my mouth. I have found something I hate to stitch with more than I hate Krynic. Words I never thought I'd say. But I am here to tell you, if you have bought some of this Artiste floss from Hobby Lobby, take it back. It's horrible. It is god awful. Even with cutting it to about 8 inch lengths, and that's a 28 count Lugana, I think. It's a 28 count Joplin is what it is. Even stitching with 2 strands, because this is stranded, in 8 inch lengths, it frayed and tangled and knotted so badly I wanted to pull my curly gray hair out. It is awful. But I don't, thank God, have a whole lot left to do, because again, thank you God, there's not a whole lot to the pattern. I'm going to do the gunpowder in red and outline this in the pewter color, and then I'm just going to use regular floss for the wording. I had thought that, well, I'll fill that in. It ain't gonna happen. I am not filling, no ma'am, not gonna happen. And I have somewhere in my house, there are unused skeins of this stuff, because, I bought it a few months back and then put it away somewhere safe, and I can't find it. If I ever find it, I'm returning it to Hobby Lobby. It is so bad. Just don't do it. It's like crack. Just say no. Anyway, I'll quit fussing about that, but no, it's horrible. It's worse than Krynic. Again, words I never thought I'd say. So, that's Anatomy of a Pew. The other thing I started, and I don't have a picture, so I'm just going to show the pattern real quick. There it is. Quaker Pumpkin. And I had mentioned, I think a couple videos ago, that I really, really wanted to do this, and I had the pretty purple fabric from Hand Dyed by Rolanda and the pretty hand dyed floss from Hand Dyed by Rolanda. Misha, please don't knock that down, baby. Don't knock it down. Go on. Mama will play with you in a minute. Go on. My big fat baby wants some attention. So anyway, this was originally, I think, no, Mischief, no, come here. Come on. No, we're not gonna knock the camera down. Oh. I think this was originally a Stitchy Box pattern. And she emailed me after whatever video I had mentioned that on and said, hey, I have the pattern. Do you want it? And she dropped it in the mail, I think last Friday. And I had it on Monday. And I like it so much, I couldn't stand it. I started it. So here is my start on Quaker Pumpkin. That's the back. Oops. Looks much better from the right side. I'm about half done. And this is a 36 count, I believe it's Lugana. It's an even weave of some sort. It's very nice to stitch with. My color is coming and going. That's more accurate there. Anyway, I'm about half done. I love it. I think it's so cute. I'm gonna make it up into a little pin pillow when I'm done with it. Again, thank you so much. You know who you are. She didn't want to be mentioned, but thank you again. I really appreciate you sharing that pattern with me. The floss is great. I'm getting wonderful coverage. Again, one strand on 36 count. It's giving me just great coverage with that. Very, very happy with that. Really have enjoyed stitching that. Unlike that Anatomy of a Pew thing, which has made me want to drink heavily. And I drink, contrary to having what it looks like on our bar back there, I drink very rarely. That one's about to cure me of that. But anyway, that's what I've stitched on this week. I have a little bit of haul. I got Misty Purcell. Y'all go watch Misty, Luminous Fiber Arts. I think her YouTube channel is actually Misty Purcell. Misty is a lot of fun to watch. She does beautiful projects, and she is really, really a fiber artist. She weaves, she crochets and knits and cross stitches and quilts, and I want to be Misty when I grow up. And now she's dyeing fabric. And this is kind of washing out. This is a 36 count linen. It's a very pretty, lightly modeled butter yellow color, I guess would be how I said it. She calls it Harvest Moon. And I'm just very happy with that. This is a Phat eighth of that, and I'm going to be looking for something to do on that. I think it's beautiful, Misty. You do a great job. So if y'all haven't checked out Misty's, she's got an Etsy shop. So y'all go check out her Etsy shop. The last time I looked, she still had several different fabrics up in there. And then I got my monthly flosses from Victorian Motto. And they are really, really pretty. And I've already seen several people pull these out and go through them. So I'm just going to pull them out and hold them up very briefly. I'm not going to name them all off. Really pretty colors. I love this red. That red is scrumptious. And then, let's see, those were the limited editions. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Those were the primitives. These are the limited editions. Fumble fingers here. Just really, really pretty, pretty, pretty colors. Nancy has, as usual, outdone herself. I do find it slightly, I use the Xstitch app to try to keep track of my stash. And I find it, I've got all of my other threads entered in there to kind of help keep track of them. But unfortunately, Victorian Motto is not in there. And I emailed, I can't remember her name right now. Shoot, can't think of her name. Anyway, I emailed the lady who does the Xstitch app stuff. And they're usually very, very responsive. And she was back to me within an hour or so. And I said, you know, can you please do a listing for Victorian Motto floss? And she told me that she actually contacted Nancy, and Nancy was not enthused about adding her floss list. So if y'all have any contact with Nancy, encourage her to allow them to list her threads on the Xstitch app. I think it would be very, very helpful. And I will be emailing her when I have a second to sit at the computer and do that, because I would really, really like to have these in inventory, even if they're just listed as, you know, DMC equivalent 721 or 744, whatever it is. You know, she gives some of them names, like this one is Parade, but if they have a DMC equivalent, she also lists the DMC equivalent. I store my fancy flosses like this by color. The Victorian Mottos I store by color. My other fancy floss I separate alphabetically by name, because typically that's how they're listed on the pattern. But you don't really find Nancy's flosses listed on patterns. More's the shame, because they're gorgeous. But anyway, if y'all have any interaction with Nancy, encourage her to allow them to list her threads. I think it would be very, very helpful. Pardon me one moment. Okay, what else? I did watch a little bit of FlossTube this week. And if I watch FlossTube on my phone or my iPad, I try to comment. And I sure do appreciate when y'all comment on my videos. I love the interaction. If I watch on the TV, you know, I'll do the thumbs up thing, but I don't know how to comment from the TV. So if I watch you and I don't comment, I apologize. It's not that I don't enjoy you. But I did watch a couple of new FlossTubers this week. And I'll just tell you real quickly who they are, and then I'll try to list them in the show notes. Kim, who is Notes from My Needle, and I think she only has 2 videos up, I think, but I liked her. Carrie from Carrie and Stitches. Carrie's in the UK. She has a number of videos up. I've only caught one so far, but I enjoyed her. Heather, the Confetti Stitcher. I think Heather's been around for a while. Again, I only caught one video this week, but I enjoyed her, so I've subscribed to her too. And I've also subscribed to those other folks. And then the last one that I've been watching this one for a couple of weeks, but I just haven't thought to shout her out. Cheryl, from Cheryl McKinney, I believe, from Tranquil Stitches. Such a nice lady, y'all. So nice. She makes these beautiful project bags. Go watch Cheryl. She's cool. Really like her. She's hosting the is one of the hosts of the Hawk Run Hollow Sal. That so far, knock on wood, I have managed to resist joining. Don't hold me to that either. But anyway, we're at 28 minutes, and I want to get done under 30, so this will upload, because crappy weather means my internet is extra crappy. So that's about it. So last thing is winter from last week. This is Halloween Night from Shepherd's Bush. I stitched this last year, and I'm giving away the pattern. And what I asked on the last video was for you guys to tell me what you did on Halloween. I asked you to say, on Halloween, whatever. And I got lots and lots of fun responses, y'all. I want to hang out with all of y'all and have fun on Halloween. But I did the random comment picker thing with the search for on Halloween. And the winner came up as Lisa from Lisa's Stitch and Stable. So Lisa, I will comment on your comment when I get this video to uploading. Get in contact with me and I will get this in the mail. I have not made it out to the post office this week. I promise I will get out there next week. If you are waiting on mail from me, I'm so sorry. It's coming. I haven't forgotten you. I just haven't gotten to the post office. Not on my list of chores I actually like to do, but it wouldn't be a chore, right? But anyway, that's it. Lisa, contact me about Halloween night. You guys, thank you so much for watching. I sure appreciate you coming back. I love it when you subscribe. I love it, love it, love it when you comment and interact back and forth with me. You guys make my day. Almost every day I get a comment that just makes me smile, and I sure do appreciate it. I hope I get to see you again soon. I will try to be back with a video next week. I don't remember if I'm going to the airport to drop Puffy off on Thursday or Friday, so it'll kind of depend on that. But I hope I see you soon. Y'all have a great weekend. Bye, y'all. God bless.